Hi everyone, welcome to Evie's Toy House. Today we're making a custom doll from this Applejack Equestria Girl mini. We're going to be making Puppeteer from the Miraculous Ladybug. So Puppeteer is a little bit challenging because she's a child, she's only 5 or 6 years old, and so these Equestria Girls minis don't look like little girls. So what I'm going to do is actually make her skirt a little bit longer just to make her look a little bit shorter. So I hope this works out. Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is work on the hair. We're going to take off her ponytail. So we need to take off the front part of Applejack's hair here, so we're going to take that off with an X-Acto knife and replace it with a piece of clay. I'm going to smooth it down so that it blends in with the back side of her hair. Now we're going to paint her face purple. So this is called Orchid. I'm going to paint it all over around her mask area. And before we draw in her mask, we're going to draw the eyes first. So using magenta here, we're going to trace out the outlines of her eyes. Now we can paint in her black mask. Then I'm going to color it in with a mixture of red and orange. Then put in the black. And dot it. For her mouth, we're going to give her also a dark purple smile and some white teeth in the front. Then we're going to paint her hair black. For her pigtails, we're going to start with the blue tip first. And then finish with the black. For her body, I'm going to make the skirt with the help of this egg. So I'm going to cut a little hole in this egg so it'll fit around her waist. So for her skirt, I have this flat piece of clay. And with this folded piece of cardboard, I'm going to cut a zigzag pattern on the bottom of her skirt. And now we can wrap it around the egg. Now we're going to paint in the blue portion of the skirt. And then paint the black portion of the skirt. Now we're going to paint her boots black. So Puppeteer uses puppets, so of course we need to make her a puppet. So using a piece of clay here, we're going to make some body parts. And paint it red. I'm going to paint the face a flesh tone and paint in a red mask. And add some hair. So at first I wasn't quite sure how to do Puppeteer because she is a child, and so with these minis they kind of look like more like teenagers, and so what I did was just make her dress a little bit longer so that she looks a little bit shorter. But I think overall it turned out pretty okay. She does look like a kid, especially with her teeth, her front teeth sticking out there. But I don't think she looks too scary even with the kind of orange and purple eyes. Her color scheme is pretty fun. It is black with the blue, but her face is purple and she wears her black mask. And it's kind of interesting that she has that purple and kind of a dark reddish eyes. And so I did make her a little puppet. This is kind of bigger than what she usually holds, but it's easier to see. So Ladybug here is made entirely out of air dry clay, and she looks really cute at this size. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. So let me know down below in the comment section what you think of my Puppeteer. And if you guys like my Miraculous Ladybug customs, make sure to check out my other ones. I have a whole ton of them. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!